First of all, Nathaniel, thanks so much for joining us on Astro Supersport. It's very nice to meet you. Obviously, you're back here in Crystal Palace, the place where it all started. So what was it like for you to walk through those training doors, those halls in Beckenham for the very first time in, say, 10 years? Did it feel like it was coming home, or did it feel a bit different?
Yeah, it was a good feeling, I guess. Yeah, it did feel like I was coming back home because everything just felt familiar to how it was back 10 or 12 years ago. Yeah, I was just very happy to get back and to get started really.
Did you recognize anyone the moment you stepped back in?
Yeah, I recognised a few of the staff that has been here for a very long time now, and a few players as well that I have played with in the past. So yeah, it's always good to have familiar faces when you're going back into you're starting in a new club again.
Oh, that's very nice to hear. And it was exactly about 10 years ago that you were the youngest player in Football League to play every single match of that campaign. You were also named Crystal Palace's Player of the Year award. You were given that. Now, Palace has changed a lot as a club since you left in 2012. You're not the youngest now, and I'm in no way saying that you're old at all, but you've got the likes of Eberechi Eze, of course, now, who's been sensational this season. So how has he been in your eyes?
He's adapted to the Premier League very well. I mean, he's been a great addition to the club. He's a very talented player. He's very confident on the ball. He always wants the ball, and you can see his ability. He could run at players. He could find a pass, and he's got an eye for goal as well. And he's quality with set pieces as well. So yeah, he's an all-round top talented player.
You've played with some fantastic players in your entire career. Does someone like Eze remind you of anyone that you've played with?
I feel like he's got his own, identity, his own qualities. Really, I wouldn't really picture him with anyone else, but he's definitely going in the right direction to becoming a very top player. And with him, playing week in week out here at Crystal Palace, he's going to improve. And yeah, looking forward to him. Hopefully can continue to do the best he can for us.
Well, he's definitely has the qualities to be a top player, like you said. Would you vouch for him to be an England international? Because I believe he's also eligible to play for Nigeria, but obviously we know where you end up in terms of your international career.
Yeah, I mean he's played for he's playing for England under 21s now, and if you see the England first team, there's always youngsters coming through. So yeah, if he continues the run of form that he's in, I wouldn't be surprised that he does get a call up for the first team, and he can do well and can go on to making tournaments in the future.
Well, you've played for Roy, speaking of which, you played for Roy for both club and country as well. And he does get a lot of stick at times for perhaps not being necessarily a modern tactician, you'd say, but ultimately the results have always reflected positively. So in your opinion, do you feel it's a bit unfair for him, the amount of stick that he gets for that?
Yeah, definitely. I think he's a top manager himself, and very experienced. I've worked with him, as you said, through club and country. With his qualities, he's very experienced. He's worked abroad. He knows different languages. So yeah, he's very experienced, and I'm happy working with him, and so the rest of the players. And yeah, we're just looking forward to playing more games under him and to do well.
Well, with all the experience, what do you think allows him to manage different groups of players of different generations? And he does it so well as well. I mean, he's the oldest manager in the Premier League at the minute. He's had so much experience under his belt. How do you think he's done so well with different generations?
Exactly. He's done really well with different generations, as you said. To stay in the game and to be manager of Crystal Palace, a club that's, improving and getting better and better. And, due to him is why we're doing so well. And yeah, it's good, and long may it continue.
Well, of course, you've worked with Klopp as well. Jurgen Klopp and Roy are two different managers, different styles, and they also come from different eras since we're talking about generations here. But what similarities do you think that they possibly have in terms of their management styles?
I think, they're both very good with players. They're very good at, talking with players. If there's any issues, they'll go one-to-one and talk with the players, and it's warming for the player to go and talk to them. I think that's their similarities. It's very important, for a player to be able to feel confident to go and, talk to the manager if you feel you need to say anything. So yeah, that's very good, and that helps. The team cohesion and that sort of stuff can help out onto the pitch as well.
Speaking of Klopp, though, you were brought into Liverpool with the idea of being a long-term solution to their problems at right back. Unfortunately, it is injuries that has hindered you. Towards the end of your stint at Liverpool, how did you cope with it from an emotional standpoint, that change of narrative?
Yeah, it was difficult. The first 2 seasons when I signed for Liverpool, I was playing week in, week out. And then I got the injury, which made me go out for a long time, which was, unfortunate. But, that happens in football. Injuries occur. You just got to, be focused on trying to get yourself back fit and to try and play. And, it didn't work out. It didn't quite work out for me at Liverpool. But, I've been given an opportunity here to, continue playing in the Premier League with Crystal Palace. And I'm enjoying it, and I'm loving every minute.
Well, one thing that stands out about you, not just your talent on the pitch as well, is the tattoos that you have. You usually have quite a bit of stories about them. And one thing that drew my attention was the tattoo that you have of yourself as a bit of a baby holding a football. Tell us more about that.
Well, there's actually a picture at my mum's house of me when I was, a young toddler, and I was holding a football. So yeah, that picture meant a lot to me and my mum. So I decided to get that tattooed onto me. I took it to my artist, and he's like, "Yeah, we could do that." So yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy with it. That's how it started, and then I just went crazy, really.
Which tattoo would you say at this point in your life means the most to you? That has the biggest story?
I'll probably say that one, because it was my first tattoo, and it means a lot to me. It's my life, and it's what I love to do, which is football. So yeah, that's definitely the most important tattoo I got.
Did your mom have any qualms about you tattooing yourself as a baby?
At the start, she wasn't really a fan of tattoos, but she said as long as the tattoos mean something to you, then she's happy with it.
Well, I did watch one episode of YouTube of you doing karaoke carpool. I'm not sure if you consider it one of your best moments, but what's the one song that you'd say that will always get you to sing, that will always get you to get up and pretend you're in a music video?
What's the one song?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I'll probably say Mario, Let Me Love You.
Oh, not bad. So you're a bit of a ballad sort of guy.
Yeah, I like that song, yeah. I mean, I think everyone likes that song, really. It's a very popular song.
All right, no chance of you humming a couple of tunes for us then?
No. No, there's no carpool going on today.
No worries then. I mean, I'm just curious because obviously there's a lot of things that goes on in the dressing room and music is always around. I don't know if you'd consider yourself a good singer or who's the worst singer in this Crystal Palace dressing room.
The worst singer in the Crystal Palace dressing room, I have to say, is Andros Townsend. Yeah.
What does he sing?
It's more the fact that he gets the words wrong all the time. He doesn't know the words to any song, so that's why I say he's the worst singer, definitely.
So he just mumbles it.
Yeah, he just mumbles it and
makes up random words
his own words as well. Yeah, he creates his own words.
No, Roy Hodgson doesn't join in on any of the singing sessions?
No, he doesn't. No.
All right, brilliant stuff.